Hey kids! This is Greg Peloquin, also known as G. Pelly.
And this is Caleb Myers.
So short and to the point.
I know. It makes yours seem more ridiculous. Alright, so we have a match here between Alex Shields and Sean Judd.
I see that Alex Shields is playing White Weenie with an exclamation point.
With an exclamation point.
I wonder what that's with authority.
I think the exclamation point is circled around the fact that there are 20 planes in this deck and no other lands, and that brings me back.
Exactly. Oh, remember back in the early days of Magic, the formula was always 20 land, 20 creatures, 20 spells, and subsequent deck building theory has proved that wrong in almost every case.
Almost every case.
Now here, well, so what kind of things I see? 3 Azorius Justiciar that immediately jumps to mind with 20 planes, and also 2 Macaques and 2 Odric. I do not think we have enough planes in this deck.
That's fair. There's a lot of cheap creatures too. I mean, it's got Elite Inquisitors, Silverblade Paladins. It's got Odric, who costs 4 mana. That's kind of expensive.
And that's with the Justiciars as well.
Yeah. We have Fiend Hunters, Champions. So this is looks like a very, there are 4 Cloud Shifts in this deck.
For the for Fiend Hunter tricks.
That's pretty nice. I like that. And there's also the Justicars, or Justiers.
Justiciar.
Justiciar.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's not Justicar, it's Justiciar, I promise you. Really? And Azorius or Restorer. And by the way, we all have words we can't say. Like, I can't say peculiar anyway. So Sean Judd's playing green-white aggro. It's the Celestial aggro decks complete with Thalia, Silverblade Paladins. No Smiters. It's more the human variety. There's got a couple of Thragtusks, but beyond that, it's Restoration Angels, Paladins, Champions.
So Alex is on the play.
It's green-white humans, really. Had
no turn 1 play, has a turn 2 Knight.
Shiny Plains, I see.
Yeah.
It's got turn 2 Knight of the Relic, or Knight of...
so that's a Thalia.
Knight of Glory.
And that's not that good in this match.
However, it does brick wall that Knight.
It does do that. It actually brick walls a lot of the creatures, so maybe it is...
Oh, is that a Geist Honored Monk?
There is a one of Miser's Geist Honored Monk.
So, here, of note, you have 20 planes in your deck, and Geist Honored Monk. That means you're going to have to draw 15 cards.
He just attack with a Knight into a first strike creature.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Now, interestingly, again, you have the Geist Honored Monk and 20 planes. That means you have to draw a quarter of your deck on average to cast it, which means you're going to have to draw 15 cards. That means its average ETA is going to be turn 8 in this deck.
Well, there's one of them, so you're meant to draw it late, so that's all I've got. So we see
Mayor Brook, and then he tries Mayor first, attacks with Thalia, so the onus is on Alex to play something and not let that Mayor flip. And it looks like I see there's going to be a Fiend Hunter here.
Yep.
What's her target going to be? And he targets the Mayor.
Eating the Mayor?
Which is fine, because now the Fiend Hunter can block Thalia, at least for the time being.
That Mayor is not in Sean Judd's graveyard. It is underneath that Fiend Hunter.
Or he could just put in his exile zone there. Which is okay. That's fine.
Okay, that's reasonable.
So there's the... so my Archangel, which means Thalia can get in for 4, because the Archangel gives Exalted to each other creature, and the Angel itself has Exalted. So that's going to be for 4.
Yep.
Taking Alex to 13. So Alex is in
they've corrected that.
There we go. Alex is in a pretty deep hole here. You need some like an Oblivion Ring or something. And I see he's got 1 Oblivion Ring, so that's well short of what you're going to want to see. He has 3 Ripborn Defense, and as far as I can tell, no way to proliferate off of it.
I think it's just to stop wraths, and that is not going to be able to be played.
Well, there's the 1 Oblivion. There's the Case Oblivion Ring.
Let's hope these players catch this, because... Yep.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. Because it costs 1 more because of Thalia.
Yep.
Okay. So now he's got back to the drawing board. Probably got to cast one of those Mentor them or a Silverblade Paladin.
I actually prefer Mentor than me because I don't think that Silverblade Paladin does anything because he's so far behind, and this gives him a chance to draw a card if he gets a land and get out of this. Obviously, he's just going to slam an Oblivion Ring if he gets out of this. That thing apparently costs 2.
How much my Silverblade Paladins cost 2?
Yeah, that'd be nice. When you cast them with 2 planes, you get a bonus mana.
Oh.
You weren't aware, apparently.
Is that why it's such a plain Jane mana base?
Rough. So we see Precinct Captain, a card I quite like in the aggro decks.
And of course, Farm Archangel means you want to play a lot of your creatures pre-combat, so benefit more Exalted triggers. So you just attack. I think you just attack with the Angel here and let the first strike wall hold the fort.
Yep, that sounds great.
And so the Angel is going to be 4/3, and then 3 more, so 7 total, taking Alex to 6.
That's a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, he's got. We didn't answer that Angel Woody now. We know he has Oblivion Ring, so Plains would stem the bleeding, but by no means would it get him out. Would it get him out of the woods here?
It would put him back in the game, but he's just dead here.
He just looks at it. A couple mentors, things he can't cast. So he's just going through the motions here. And the Angel is going to do him in here. Okay, extra cards.
He just played a
Sean,
second.
They're both legendary. They both die. Yeah, does he point it out? He correctly does. Yes, both die.
Wow. So he no longer has. Well, he has lethal because I think I saw a.
No, he's fine because the Angel gives itself exalted too.
Yeah. So
it's 6 anyway.
Just a little. Was he salting Alex's wounds there? I don't know. I'm gonna kill my own Thalia and still get you, buddy.
Yep. 2 for nothing myself and good game.
All right. So out of the sideboards, I've got Alex's list here. We've got Riders of Gavany, Nevermore's, 2 more Oblivion Rings, Gaff Trigger's Cage, a Purify the Grave, 2 Rest in Peace, awful lot of graveyard hate, and a second Geist Honored Monk.
And none of that graveyard hate's going to be much good in this matchup.
No, it's a diverse bit of graveyard hate too. So you've got Sean's list. What's he got in his sideboard for this match?
Well, I see Riders of Gavany. There's a lot of humans over in Alex's deck. So you can name human and put the matchup pretty clearly in your favor. So Riders should come in. Thalias can probably come out.
Yes.
I could see potentially Sinzar Healer, but it's not that great here. I'm bringing in the Riders for sure. Probably the Thragtusks too. Thragtusks is really hard for this deck to deal with.
Yeah, because even if Alex manages to be the more aggressive deck, which is probably going to be hard for him, even though his deck is all creatures.
And Faith Shield's fantastic here, so the Faith Shields can come in. I take out the Celestia Charms and the Thalias here, and I bring in the extra Faith Shield. It's really good here. 2 Riders, 2 Thragtusks, and probably I would say, let's see, maybe at least 1 more Oblivion Ring.
Yeah.
I can even see it bringing in the Centaurs, but I don't know how good those are here.
I think his other creatures are good enough that he doesn't need to bring in the Centaurs here.
Yeah, looks like Alex also has access to Riders of Gavany.
Yeah.
And now he's bringing his Riders too, correct?
He probably should, but I mean...
Instead of just this year.
Yeah, that's actually a good trade. I don't even like the... Well, the Odric actually might be one of the ways that he could win this game, just by making his whole team unblockable.
Right.
I don't like the Marcus T. Luminarch that much, though.
The what?
The Marcus T. Luminarch.
Oh, Macias the Luminarch.
Yes.
You called him Marcus.
I called him Marcus T. Luminarch. I wore that as a name tag for an F&M once. It was pretty good. I was informed many times that is not how you pronounce his name.
Oh.
And I informed my opponents that was intentional.
It's kind of like at our Seattle PTQs, there was a guy who wore a shirt that said "Jite happens." Now that's a popular saying from the 60s, 70s, but it's a play on a popular saying.
Yes.
But he mispronounced the card. He thought it was pronounced "jit."
Right.
It's actually pronounced "jite," and I told him it was wrong when I played him, and he goes, "I know, everyone tells me that."
Reasonable.
I think you should put the shirt then, genius.
I am watching Alex Shield's sideboard here, and
He's bringing in Nevermore's?
Nevermore's coming in.
That's never the right call here.
I actually have to agree with you here. That is not the right call here.
Right. And bringing in another Justiciar? I'm confused.
He's taking out the Rootborn defenses, which I don't mind that coming out.
That's fine.
Because I'm assuming that's just Wrath protection.
That's fine, yeah. And he has no extra sleeves. So that's make sure he has exactly 60 cards. I see some people doing that.
Yeah. I have occasionally accidentally shuffled an extra card from my sideboard in, and it's cost me a game.
So curiously, what they do in Japan, the way they play Magic, is, well, they have a lot of the customs that are different from how America does it, or how we do it here. One of the big ones they do is between after each game, before games 2 and 3, they'll lay their sideboard out and present it face down to their opponent and show them that's 15 cards.
That's reasonable.
And that's a good habit to get into because it prevents losses like that from having less than 15 cards.
I make sure to count my sideboard every time I'm about to present my deck for game 2.
I always call it an idiot check.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot and I'm not immune to making those mistakes.
Alright, looking at Alex's hand.
That is a Gather the Townsfolk, 2 planes, or 3 planes.
3 planes.
A Gather the Townsfolk.
2 Oblivion Rings.
And Nevermore.
And Nevermore.
That is the most reactive hand I've seen. This is the problem with bringing all these reactive cards.
So there's a Silverblade Paladin, which is going to be a little odd.
There's a Gather the Townsfolk.
Nice promo one.
Indeed. And he has human tokens, and by human tokens I mean dice.
Yes. You love the dice, don't you, Greg?
No.
No, you don't.
As a judge,
yeah.
I don't like those. I don't like using dice as tokens because I do sometimes when I'm lazy and don't have the token, but I like having dice there. I like having things you can indicate when it's tapped and
so
untapped.
that Thalia just turned off everything in Alex's hand.
We'll delete it by a turn. Yeah, he has a fourth land.
He does not have a fourth
Oh, he does
land.
not?
Okay,
so
that
there's
literally turned off everything except for... Do you like playing the Mentor before? Because now the Thalia can...
Well, it's fine because if you draw the fourth line, you can draw a card off the Silverblade Paladin.
That's true.
So I can see that. I can see that line.
Yeah.
That Thalia, you wouldn't think it would be that good in this matchup, but it's done work both games.
Yeah, it stopped his... Oh, double
Wow.
Christian Captain. That is a lot of first strikes.
That's a wall of first strike. Jeez, like those humans are coming out.
Cow.
Humans are coming out in force. Like a turn one champion of Parashir would have been fantastic.
Yeah,
But even still, here's 4. There's the Oblivion Ring. That's a day late and a buck short, my friend.
Yeah, those first striking captains are just going to get in there and do some serious damage.
Yeah,
especially if we see a mayor or something come off the top here.
Or an Archangel, which looks like an Archangel. Oh, Riders of Gavin.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, that's bad.
That's a blowout.
That is real bad.
Yeah, and I was looking over Alex's list while we're talking about the sideboards. He has no creatures that are not humans.
So this is a foregone conclusion then.
Yeah. Sean Judd just made every one of his creatures unblockable.
Yeah, Riders of Gavin, the Paul Revere of this matchup. The humans are coming. The humans are coming. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And so they're all by land here. No Island Walkers, my friends.
No Island Walkers.
And there's the Oblivion Ring. And he's got...
helpful.
Did Sean make the 2 tokens?
He did not make the 2 tokens. He missed his triggers.
Now, actually, it's been less than a turn cycle, and since we're playing regular REL, regular Risen Force
gets
level,
his tokens.
He does. And now, if it was competitive, he probably would not get his tokens.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to notice these things immediately. So it looks like he's reaching in his box, so he's going to give himself the tokens here.
Yep.
And looks like Sean's not offering to share his tokens with Alex. Alex is still left with little dice there, looking sad.
Technically, they'd be the wrong tokens. Because he has human tokens and he has soldier tokens.
You may have humans.
That's possible. I doubt it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think he's still just got him at 13. I guess you just send in the precinct captains.
Yeah.
Would you feel okay with throwing away those soldiers?
Actually, just everybody in. Just do it. Everybody in.
He has no cards in hand, Sean?
Yeah,
no
just
cards?
go.
Yeah.
Go. Everybody in. Including the humans. Including everybody. Let him kill a human or let him kill a soldier or a pilgrim. Who cares? You're getting so much damage. He's walking. Yeah. So you miss. I think Sean missed a bunch of damage there. I just sent everybody in.
That's fair. I don't mind that. I don't think the playing against a mono white deck it's going to have time to get back at you.
Right. Like just be aggressive. Be aggressive.
No. And draw a card.
And we're going to draw the card, and I assume he's pairing them too.
Yep.
All right. And that Nevermore it's just looking sillier and sillier.
Yeah. I mean, Nevermore is a card that if you are particularly afraid of one type of card, I assume it has under deck designer on this list is Josh Diggum. I assume he put those in there for Supreme Verdict and Bombfire the Damned. Those are the cards you want to name because you can get those under the casting cost of that card, and then your whole team that you've spewed out on turns 1, 2, and 3, or 2 and 1 and 2, you're protecting for the rest of the game.
Oh, he's got the 4 of a kind there.
Wow.
Quads.
Yeah, I have no problem crashing in with all those pilgrims. Because those precinct captains are still going to trade for the double strike creatures. No attacks.
But Sean really missed a lot of damage here by not attacking everybody the previous turn. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So here is ever going to cast Nevermore here? What are we naming with Nevermore? Like I assume Angel? Serenity? I'm not sure do we know what he's naming here? Sublime Archangel. Okay, that's what I meant. Sublime Archangel. Yeah, sorry. The card shouldn't be in this deck in the first place in this matchup. But if you're going to name anything, Archangel seems fine.
Yeah, because that would be an absurd card right now with the amount of creatures that Sean has.
And again, there's nothing stopping Sean from turning everybody sideways here.
No.
He's missing a bunch of damage. And there's a Thrag Tusk.
Yep.
He's at 25 with the Swag Tusk, so correctly breaking that in. Oh, and bad from that term, sorry.
That's all right. I'll let you have it. Yeah, I think this game could have been over by now if Sean.
What's the card in Alex's hand? Is that
It's a Cloud Shift. I would have liked, even though that Cloud Shift has some neat tricks in his deck with a Fiend Hunter, I would have liked just cycling it to draw a card. Because you Cloud Shift yours Paladin and then draw a card when it comes back.
Because Memento makes it whenever it enters play, right?
Correct.
Or enters the battlefield. Pardon me. I apologize for my dated language there.
That's all good.
And again, everybody should be turning sideways.
I think this turn he might commit to it because he has a double striking Thrag Tusk, 2 first striking, and it's just the Thrag Tusk.
That seems passive. Because now he can block in Cloud Shift and slow draw.
I think this is one thing you see more often at the FNM level than other levels is players not willing to make trades. They feel so committed to their board positions that they allow their opponents to get back into the game when they're ahead.
This game should be over.
Right.
Really. So all Alex needs to do here is block with the Paladin and Cloud Shift it away and draw a card.
Yeah, so say we're a couple of turns back where he could have attacked. If you send in everybody and he blocks both the Precinct Captains, you trade 1 for 1 and get in 6 damage.
He's double blocking here. I'm confused with this block. I don't think that works the way you think it does, Alex, because that means you're going to lose both your guys and he'll get a beast token.
Yep. And the beast will come back.
Right. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad for Alex because now he has absolutely no board. Yeah, so now Alex has no board, and he has some townsfolk.
Yeah.
And he didn't Cloud Shift, which he should have.
Yeah.
And then now, had he done that, he could draw 2 more cards with the Mentor of the Meek.
Yeah.
And he could be right back in this game.
Well, back in this game is a bit of a stretch, but
he wouldn't be this far behind.
Correct.
Again, everybody in, Sean. Everybody should be talking to everybody right now.
This is like watching one of those horror movies where you just don't go into the closet. You want to just scream at the screen. Sean, attack everybody.
There he goes. All right. Finally.
See two puny humans on board. We're willing to get
take you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get 2 more soldiers. Go to 3. Yep. Okay. And 1 more card for Sean, which he has not used yet. This is like watching a local football game and they get watching your team get destroyed by penalties.
Yeah, it's really rough.
You want to yell at the ref.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Zorius Arrestor not nearly enough to stem this tide.
Yep.
This game, I believe this game is now over.
Yeah, Alex shaking his hands. I mean, he can blink his Arrestor, which is pretty funny, but not going to stop this onslaught.
No.
Sean shrugs, sends in the team, and
that should do it.
Alex scoops it up.
That's all she wrote. Yep. All right. Well, looks like the flood of humans did the job, and Sean Judd wins this match. Congratulations, Sean.
Congrats, Sean.